Yo, YouTube, what is up? Radar25 back again with another video. My co-host, Michael, Fuentamania, Club Guy Mike.
What up, Mox?
What's going on, guys? We're back again with another video. It's our takeaway video. It's going to be Smackdown. It's going to be 3 takeaways from Friday Night Smackdown live on Fox. The go-home episode of Smackdown Money in the Bank Sunday night. So that video will drop too. Guys, before we get into this video, I want to remind you guys, drop a like on this video and previous videos. If you're watching, not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you guys are missing anything. Anything that we're dropping on this channel. Follow me on social media. Instagram, Twitter. Also follow me on Mixer and Twitch. All that stuff will pop on the screen right now and it'll be in the description below. But guys, without further ado, let's jump into the video. The 3 takeaways from Friday Night Smackdown, a go-home Smackdown, a decent little show. We're gonna drop right into it. So let's get it right now.
Oh yeah!
All right, guys, so the show started off with takeaway number 1 of the night, and that is Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville, the first encounter between the two going head-to-head. I don't know if they I don't know, because I don't think this is going to be the last match between with the way it ended.
You hope not.
Hope not, yeah, because they just drop it on SmackDown, rather than
first match too.
Yeah, as of right now, they're not facing each other at Money in the Bank. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to change, because the card doesn't really seem that filled out. So I don't know if it's gonna be a longer show or a shorter one, but the match was solid. A lot of babyface fire from Mandy Rose, which is something you haven't seen. Yeah, you haven't seen that before. So it was a little bit sloppy and it felt a little bit rushed. I mean, the match was probably only 7-8 minute match, including entrances. So
it was very sloppy. They had the little promos to start the show. Each girl had her time. Sonya looked like she was a Sith Lord, like Darth Maul's apprentice, in that outfit, which was cool. She was kind of sloppy. The match was sloppy. I don't know. The moves were weird. It felt rushed. Did we know this was happening today? I mean, I had no idea the match was happening.
They didn't say it last week, but it said during the middle of this week that match was going to happen.
It just felt like all the work that the girls have put in for the last 2 months and all that stuff. It's just it felt kind of awkward, out of place.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not going to be the last match, obviously.
No, yeah.
Is it going to be Money in the Bank? Are they going to keep building on it? Yes. And finally, the heels in this storyline get a win. So there was that.
Yeah. So, like I said, the match was fine. Babyface fire shown from Mandy Rose is good for her. Something she hasn't shown before. Deville was kind of playing kind of scared. Which
that's what she has to get to.
Yeah, I didn't understand that because she's been really pushing, for the beat down that she wants to give Mandy Rose and
she's been a chicken shit heel. I mean, she was playing the chicken shit heel, but she's been the aggressor, since they found out the video. So it's really weird that match. That's why it felt kind of clunky and weird to me. Yeah.
Now the match ends where Mandy Rose goes for a running knee. Sonya kind of ducks and then rolls her up and grabs a little bit of the tights. Which they didn't say on the telecast, but obviously they kept saying that she stole a win, so obviously alluding to the fact that she grabbed the tights and held them. That's how she gets the win. But it's good to see her get a win. But we all know that this isn't going to end just like that. It can't, because the buildup has been awesome. It's been the best thing on SmackDown, basically. So we want to see this match continue. Again, I don't think they're going to get a match at Money in the Bank because they just faced each other on Friday. 2 days later, they have another match.
Yeah, and then,
it doesn't make any sense. So I think they're going to do the mixed tag first. And then after that, do the blow off for the feud. Yeah. I don't know how long they're going to pull it to. I don't know if it's going to be a only on TV feud and then it just ends on SmackDown because the next pay-per-view is in June. So we'll see if they'll hold it out till then. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
And there isn't a lot of storylines on SmackDown. There's basically 2 really.
Yeah. They need to fill space. Yeah,
because it's really only the Bray, Wyatt, and Braun, and then this, and then you have the Money in the Bank, as a main thing. But there's not many storylines going on right now. It's not many.
Yeah, there's not a ton going on.
There's not a lot of feuds. People are kind of just running around. I mean, you got the Bayley thing too. I forgot that one too, but it's kind of all over the place.
No, it's not a ton going on. It's basically just 2 storylines. Maybe you have 3 with the tag team stuff. But yeah, they might want to draw this one out, especially since Ziggler's not doing anything. Otis is in the Money in the Bank, and I know they want to build towards a mixed tag because they keep before the match. Like you said, they had the promos. It was basically Otis kind of talking to Mandy about the match, and then Ziggler talking to Sonya about the match. So they're still involved, but they're background figures, and eventually they'll come in and do the mixed tag, and then we do the blow off after that. or vice versa, have another match, a singles match where there's a lot of schmaz finishing going on, a lot of gaga going on, and they'll finish it off with a mixed tag or something like that. But we all know that's where the ending is going. Most likely a mixed tag is going to be thrown in there somewhere, but this is definitely not the end of this feud. And excited to see where it goes. And I think this, as of right now, I think this should catapult Sonya into the title picture eventually.
Well,
yeah,
both
I think
girls should
both girls,
yeah.
but I think so. I mean,
if
okay.
they do it right.
Now, if Mandy continues showing that fire that she showed in this match, it could work out better for her. But as of right now, I still think Sonya is the star out of the two at this point, and she deserves to be pushed into the title picture faster than Mandy Rose.
I agree for sure.
Guys, next thing on the match, it was an 8-man tag, and it's showcasing the guys. Now, they announced this match is going to happen at Money in the Bank. It's a fatal 4-way tag team title match. So you got Lucha House Party, Forgotten Sons, New Day, and Miz and Morrison. Now, I think Lucha House Party's been throwing in because one of the Usos just recently got injured. He's out for 6 to 9 months with a knee injury. So, so they're off TV. Obviously, they're not going to put one Uso out and not the other. I forget. I think it's Jay is the one that's hurt, and Jimmy's the one, or vice versa. I forget.
Okay. I mean, they're twins. So
one of them is hurt, the other one's hurt.
Basically.
So this match was an 8-man tag. It was Forgotten Sons and Miz and Morrison. Now, Forgotten Sons, I'm not sure if they're baby faces or heels. I thought they were baby faces because the Marine background.
I think they're tweeners at this point. They're stars. Like, they're really getting a push here. They're showing their shit. They were probably the most entertaining of everybody in there. They were doing the most. So it was good to see that.
So it was Miz and Morrison, Forgotten Sons versus New Day, Lucha House Party. This was a chaotic match all over the place, but it took a while to get there. It was like a two commercial break match. Yep. And at the end was really got good. John Morrison doing a lot of crazy stuff. You forget how athletic he actually is.
Parkour.
Yeah, with the parkour. When he did the Starship Pain landing on his feet. Crazy. I never seen him do that. But it was awesome. Forgotten Sons and Miz Morrison get the win. Miz hits one of the Lucha House Party guys with I believe it was Lindsay Dorado with the skull crushing finale, and that was the end of the match. And that match continues, but it's a good look for the match going on at Money in the Bank. Should be a lot of fun.
And they're building up the tag team division, which is good. Always a plus.
Yeah, and Forgotten Sons looked like they could maybe surprisingly get a win there and win the tag team titles. Even though I think it'd be too quick, but let's see what happens. Guys, next thing on the show is takeaway number 2, and it's the return of Jeff Hardy. Now, he returned like a month, like right before WrestleMania, I believe it was.
Yeah, probably like 2 weeks or a week before WrestleMania.
And he took on Corbin.
Looked out of shape. He looked out of shape and just like
he wasn't ready. Yeah.
No.
But now, so they did the 4-week, 4-part video packaging of him, of talking about his addiction and his coming back from it and all that stuff like that. And they strategically cut Matt out of a lot of it.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. So he comes out, and Renee Young, we see Renee Young again. She comes out, and they do an interview together, and it's basically him just talking about how the fact that he's come back and he's better than ever, and he wants to get one more good run in WWE because he knows he's not over, his career is not over. I'm assuming he's gonna do run out the rest of his contract and maybe go to AEW if Matt is still there. But for now, he's in WWE. So he's cutting this promo, and it's kind of awkward because
super awkward.
While he's talking, they cut to Sheamus in the back, and then Sheamus is watching it and talking. So both are talking over each other. You can't really understand one or the other. Yeah, I thought it was kind of awkward.
And Sheamus is to give a fuck all what Jeff Hardy was saying.
Yeah,
it was weird. Care. And Jeff's never been known for his promos anyway. Matt usually did like the heavy lifting on that, but Jeff was kind of awkward. I don't know. It felt a little bit like, I don't know. Did you feel that? It felt weird to me.
I feel like the timing was off on it.
Yeah, timing was off. It was poorly done. I didn't really like it at all, especially like the whole build up to it. Also, I didn't really care about the vignettes and stuff like that. It hit me. This Jeff Hardy run is not really getting me excited.
I mean, I like the vignettes because I like that more grounded feel, more realistic. Talk about the addictions, the stuff he's gone through. So it gives him like a sympathetic story behind him. Like you want to see him get over all this stuff and get back, stuff like that. That's what you want to see. Especially, and people have seen all this happen. Like, remember in TNA when he had the Sting match, where he was basically intoxicated. He basically intoxicated the entire match.
He was intoxicated.
Yeah, he was intoxicated the entire match, and that was a disaster. So you want to see these feel-good stories of the comeback and the fighting off the demons and the addiction and stuff like that. Just like Resurrection of Jake the Snake. That's another one of those type of stories where you want to see them come back and climb the mountain again and get back, to a good spot in their lives. So this is fine. like I said, it was kind of awkward them talking over each other. And then at the end, Jeff Hardy's like, I'm surprised Sheamus hasn't come out and interrupted me yet, which I thought was kind of weird. Yeah, I feel your energy.
It was all just, I don't know, it was hosh posh.
I just think the timing was off on everything. And then so obviously Sheamus comes out, the beef, starts. They have a fight. They scramble a little bit, and then Jeff Hardy hits the swanton, and he kind of stays on top. But the thing is now, so we found out, guys, that Money in the Bank, he's having a kickoff show match against Cesaro, which could be a good match, but it's just like you have him you kind of put him in a storyline with Sheamus, and he just has a kickoff show match.
Yeah, rather than like we all know what's gonna happen. Sheamus is gonna come in and mess up the match, interfere. It's gonna be pointless. You might as well just have a match between them two and call it a day.
Yeah. If anything, I kind of felt like they waited a little bit too long. They could put Hardy in the Money in the Bank. It's on top of the headquarters. He could do some crazy shit like he always does. So
but Jeff might want to jump off the building.
Yeah, because he talked about in his promo, he's had the highest of highs, and he's jumped off most of those highs. And have the lowest of lows. So it could have been fine. But like this whole feud, I mean, it could work, but like he needs somebody to work off of. So I don't know if this this is kind of just like random, and I hope he doesn't just fight random guys. Like he's gonna fight random guy in Cesaro at Money in the Bank. But it can work if they work it right, and the feud could actually end up being okay.
But do we trust him to work it right? I don't know
not really. I think I don't really see them working this one right. But
not so much.
Yeah, guys. So next thing on the show, and is the takeaway number 3 of the night, and is the face-to-face between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. They finally meet face-to-face. Braun Strowman in the ring, and he calls out Bray Wyatt. He tells him, "Come, if you're gonna talk about me, say it to my face." Here comes Bray Wyatt as Bray Wyatt and as the Fiend. Remember, the match is not Fiend. Bray Wyatt and Braun. Yeah, so no Fiend involved. So we're gonna see probably like a schmozzy kind of match. It's not gonna be a straightforward title match.
Well, I mean, anything with Bray has to be some kind of like popping circumstances and theatrics. It just has to be at this point.
Yeah, it's not gonna be anything straightforward anymore. It's just the character doesn't really work that way. Nope. So basically the back and forth is just Bray telling Braun to come back home, and he brings out the black sheep mask and everything like that
out of his butt, because all of a sudden he's just like, I have it here. Like you didn't see it the whole time. He's just like, there it is.
Yeah. So I mean that's cool and all. I like the story. It's a little like campy, but it's super campy. But it's a pro wrestling storyline, right? That's what it is. Because obviously he's a supernatural kind of figure. So he's talking about bringing Braun back, and Braun is kind of denying that he won't come back and he's his own guy and stuff like that.
You don't know me, man. I've changed. You don't know me.
But it's still kind of like he's denying it, but he also feels like, can he really get away from him and stuff like that? So there's a little bit of trepidation in Braun. I think I do like the storyline where it's going. Now, how it's gonna finish, like obviously I don't think Bray is gonna win the title at Money in the Bank. I think they should have continued another pay-per-view or so, because I don't think they want to take off Braun. 2 years been going for the title, he hasn't won it, and then now he finally wins it. And even though it was rushed put together because Reigns dropping out, I think still it should be a fine match. I think they got to add something to it though, like a little bit of a. And I think they will. I think Money in the Bank. I think in Money in the Bank they're going to find a way to prolong the feud and make it mean a little more than and. Like the storyline is very simple at this point. It's like just like their history, come back. They'll probably add more to it and make it mean more, and then have a better finish later on at the pay-per-view, the next pay-per-view. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure where they're gonna run this to. If it's gonna run to SummerSlam, I doubt it. But it's gonna have to be the Fiend taking the title off of Braun.
Yeah. If it's a good storyline, if they add to it, it could go to SummerSlam. I mean, theoretically, if you make it interesting enough, it could. It's their job to make it interesting enough to do it.
Yeah. So like, I wouldn't bring out the Fiend yet. Obviously, they're not. But I would wait, and you got to bring out the Fiend, and he's got to win because he lost against Goldberg, which was what it was. But you can't have him lose again as the Fiend, because then it kind of loses the luster of the character. Because like, people are gonna think, he lost twice already.
Well, it's the story of Bray Wyatt. I mean, it was a whole build up to the whole Cena feud at WrestleMania. It's just like it's the fact that he would get these stops and starts, and you just lost, his magic, and he's just gonna lose. No one cares.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know what's going to happen at Money in the Bank in this match. Anything really can, but we don't think Braun is going to drop the title yet. I think it's a little bit too quick. Guys, next thing on the show was a match set up last week, and it's Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Tamina and Lacey Evans. I thought this was a solid match. Tamina's been good. She can't do a whole lot, but with the role she's in, she's working quite well. And Lacey Evans just seems like she is, I think the favorite to win Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think she's gonna take that.
Especially it being on Mother's Day. I think that's another incentive to have her win because her daughter's been thrown in a lot to the storylines. I just think she's the good person that's gonna win this match. But going back to the tag team match, it was fine in the way it worked. There wasn't a lot of issues between Bayley and Sasha Banks. I think that'll play in at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
But it was what it was. Tamina and Lacey Evans get the win. Lacey Evans hits Sasha Banks the women's right. At that point, Bayley throws Lacey Evans over the top rope, and when she comes back around, she gets hit with a super kick and then the Samoan drop. Tamina gets the pinfall, and that team wins. So going into Money in the Bank, obviously, I think Tamina will lose and she will not win the title, but we'll probably see more issues between Sasha and Bayley at that point. Yeah. Next thing on the show was a 6-man tag. It was King Corbin and his new lackeys, Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, but at least they're in a match versus Daniel Bryan, Drew Gulak, and a mystery opponent of their choosing, and ended up being Otis. No surprise there. They're in the Money in the Bank. 3 guys in this match are in Money in the Bank, so we'll get to see that. The match, I thought, it was what it was. It was whatever.
Yeah, it was whatever.
It's a classic build up for these matches. They always throw these guys in and have them go at it.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It served its purpose. It wasn't anything special. You're not going to remember it. It's just, we're going to see the same guys on Sunday in a much more meaningful match. So
Yeah. So, for the most part, it was what it was. Bryan, Gulak, and Otis get the win. But what happened afterwards, and we're going to say right now, is the shit.
He's got to puke. He's got to puke. He's got to.
That's shit that sucked.
So much.
It was just awkward. It was like 5 minutes of brawling at the end.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah, it was between Daniel Bryan, Otis, and Baron Corbin. Obviously, the guy's Money in the Bank. So Corbin goes to get the briefcase. The ladder, brings it in the ring to go get the briefcase. Otis kind of interrupts. Then you see Otis try to climb it, but the ladder can't hold him, and the rungs break. Yeah, obviously, it was a gimmick ladder. It's not going to happen like that. He's not that heavy. And then Bryan comes out, and it's a lot of just brawling and awkwardness.
There's no rhyme or reason. They're just trying to go up on I want to go up and get have the last show, end of the show. It's what are we doing right now?
It's pointless. Yeah, if you're gonna have them brawl,
you're also stupid.
Just have them brawl, use ladders and
but I gotta
climb. Yeah,
I gotta for what? You're just if I would
it's for the symbolism of it.
Yeah, it's it's a symbol. It's a symbol. Who cares, dude?
Yeah, it was bad. And then King Corbin got a lot of spotlight, getting the
which was another,
which shows that he's not going to win the match
at all. So, he's gonna just no way. I think it's gonna be Daniel Bryan at this point.
I think it'll be 3 guys: Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, or Aleister Black. One of those 3 guys will win the match. I think AJ right now is the favorite, in my mind. But let's see what happens, guys. But that is the end of SmackDown. That is the end of this video, guys. Money in the Bank coming this Sunday. We'll drop that video right after Money in the Bank finishes. We'll record it and drop it on YouTube. Stay tuned for that. And guys, that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember, if it doesn't work for you, do not do the job.
Later, Marks.